Welcome to another week of Accelerate Your Best Life. I'm Tom Worth. Accelerate Your Best Life. Zach Bradley, Mustache Media. He does all the uploads for our YouTube channel. You've met him before in previous videos. But I'm doing a little bit of stuff here on my own while he does that and does some other media presentations and helps other businesses out as well. So look at mustachemedia.com. That's where you'll find Zach if you need any help with video stuff, all right? Anyway, another conversation, right? We're going into number 32. We're going to have a little board meeting here. But welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just grateful that you're here and you've made it another week. I hope this last week has been full of joy and happiness and growth. I'm sure there's been some struggles, some aches, some pains, some hurts. But keep going. Stay focused on the vision of your future, right? Because if we're focused on the vision of our future, we don't end up back in our past. But we live right here, right now. We're connected to who we are, right? And we're just becoming better. We're becoming that person that we were created to be, because you don't get what you want, you get what you are, right? So that's all we're doing here to Accelerate Your Best Life, is building you into who you are created to be. The real you, the authentic you. Right? But with the vision of the future, it gives us possibilities to step towards day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out, right? The consistency, I just can't stress enough that the day in, day out activities that you do that are different than your past activities is what's going to propel you to the vision of your future. But never forget that you have to live right here, right now, and experience this moment. We're experiencing this moment, you and I, right? Right here, right now. We're talking about how are we going to accelerate our best life, right? We're going to talk about rules and things that work the best, that pulls us out of our past so we don't live in our past anymore. We only live with a vision of our future, but live right here, right now, right? So you can have that vision, you can be right here, and that's called presence, the present moment, right here, right now. That's important, right? So, anyway, vision of your future, right? We got the good old past down here. What are we trying to do with that? So we're trying to get rid of that. So here's one thing to think about, all right? Your past. The only reason you'd reflect back into your past is to learn something. Maybe you've got a situation going on in your life right now that's the same as something that happened in your past. So you know how you handled it back here, and that probably didn't work very good, but you're in this situation right now. How am I going to do it different, right? We're doing things different. We're changing habits. We're changing beliefs, right? Because when we came here into this world, we was pure consciousness. That's who we truly are. So how do we get that? How do we become a child again? Well, first off, it's getting rid of this, right? And it's finding things that work for you versus what doesn't work. So where you are in your life right now, and I challenge you to have a book and a notepad and take some notes, because I know there's some nuggets here to pull yourself out of this past and to live in the present moment. Okay? In the present moment is where we think. Okay? That's our brains. Think, thoughts, all that stuff. But down here is our body. And this body right now, most of us are in a robotic state. But we want to get rid of the robotics. So what is it that's making us robotic? What habits are there that you're doing every day that's not working for you? Getting up, doing the same thing day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. And a year from now, you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to be in this same spot only a year down the road and a year older. That's the truth. So how do we come out of robotic? We want to kill robotic. And we want to live. in the present moment, right? We want to enjoy life. We want to love. We want to care. We want to be one with the universe, right? So every day you have a thought, and there's thousands and thousands and thousands of thoughts that cross through your mind. What thoughts are you transferring from here into your body into a feeling? Okay? What are they? Are they negative or are they positive? If it's a negative thought that you come up with here, are you shutting it out and telling it, thank for sharing? That don't work for me anymore. That's my challenge to you. You don't want to allow that thought to get into your body. Okay? You don't want to feel that negative, that hate, that anger, all that stuff. What you want to feel is love and enjoyment and care. Number one for yourself, right? Because this is about you. It's an individual journey. And I can't stress that enough. I know there's couples out there and all this stuff, and we do it together and all this stuff, but there are some things I believe you have got to do alone. And that's identify who you are and where you're going and why you're going where you want to go. Okay? Individually. You can both do this, but you have to do it individually. That's the cool thing about it. Because if you both know and then you come together, you're double powerful. Right? It's individual, then you come together. Individual come together. Right? Because I believe in relationships and marriage. Okay? And I believe without a woman, that's the best part of you, right? You, if you're a man out there listening, because they keep you humble, they keep you leveled out. We get a little crazy sometimes, right? But they're more even keel and they're really very intuitive. We can learn a lot from them because of their intuition, right? Because that's what we want to gain. And we have that ability. That intuition within inside of ourselves, because that's our navigation system, right? That navigation sits right here. And that's the authentic you. Right? That's who you really are. That's who you was when you first came here. But I've talked about this theory about an onion and how it has peels on it, right? And you peel an onion. I'm sure that stinks and makes you cry. But if you peel every onion off, every peel, every layer, all that stuff, okay, you get to the bottom, in the middle of it, and it's called the heart of the onion. You ever did it all the way to that point? Okay? But let's just say your body's your heart, right? Over the years, you've had a peeling go up, another peel go up, another peel go up. All these peels come up, and then all of a sudden, this whole body is just shielded with onion peels, right? So how do we get back to the heart? It's one action at a time. It's a different action. Because our past is what created all those onion peels. Okay? And they're layered up, but I'm going to tell you the good news. They could be peeled off as fast as they were put up. We just got to believe that that's possible, right? And that's how we do that, is we peel that onion as we identify, well, that wasn't working, but this does. So there's a onion peel off, right? But that it's just such a big story, because you want to really, really, really get to the depths of your heart. A deep knowing, a deep belief of who you are and what you represent and why you're here. What is your purpose, right? See, all these onion peels that were up kept us living down here. But right now we can flip a switch and start peeling the onion instead of keep layering up. Because we're getting aware and we're conscious and we want more than where we are in our past, right? We want to be. We want to love, we want to care. Number one for ourselves. Therefore, as we love and care for ourselves, we can love and care for other people. Okay. But as all this is brought up, I brought this up. This is your subconscious mind, right? Subconscious. This is your mind. Your head, right? When I was in my past, I always lived in my head, and they call that the ego. Okay. I want to cross that out too, because I catch myself in my ego at times, but I want to live in my spirit. Okay. Spirit versus ego. With spirit comes love, joy, happiness. With ego comes hate, anger, jealousy, poor me. So it's kind of a game. And it's Accelerate Your Best Life. So we're going to play the Accelerate Your Best Life game. And we're going to get rid of the hate and the anger, the jealousy, the poor me. And we're going to think good things. See, this right here is a garden. Your mind. So, depending on what you want, and we're going to call this unknown. Because this vision of the future, we can see it in our minds and our hearts, but we don't actually physically, tangibly have it. But we're creating a belief within ourselves that that's real. It's called faith. Okay? Now over here, this is real. Because you can touch it, taste it, feel it. And most people, probably 90 to 95% of people, in order to believe in something, they have to touch it, they have to taste it, they have to feel it, they have to see it before they actually want to go for it. It's not a good way to live. I used to live that way. If I saw it, oh, I believe in it, right? But if you took a car in the physical, you could touch it, you could taste it, you could feel it, you could see it, right? But if you had a picture in your mind of that ultimate car that you wanted, whatever that car is it true that you could create a picture of that car in your mind that's as tangible as the car here? The difference is we settle down here. We settle for a car because we can see it. Touch it, taste it, feel it, right? But up here, we're raising energy. We're vibrating at a higher level with a vision of the future of the car that you truly desire. See, and you create that picture in your mind of that car, the color of it, the interior, how fast it is, ride in it, see it, all that stuff, right? And as we create that of a vision of our future, and I'm just using a car for instance, but maybe it's money, maybe it's a motorhome, maybe you want more love and care in your life, in relationships and friendships and business. Maybe you want to create a business, right? So all this is unknown. Is it silly to think that you can have something that's unknown? It's really not. It's really a mindset. Because what you see and believe will be. What you see and believe will be. But a lot of the times we believe and we step towards it, but then all of a sudden we doubt, and our doubt thought goes into a feeling, so all of a sudden doubt, and that cancels everything out, right? And this is kind of crazy how all this works, but I know it to be true. And the key is to believe deep inside of yourself that that is possible, because it is possible. It's possible to have that house. It's possible to have that property. It's possible to have all the money you desire, because the world's abundant. See, this is abundance. That's really what your vision of your future is. And the one other thing, over here, instead of abundance, we live in a lack mentality. So like on the car, this is abundant. We see the car exactly how we want it, the color of the tires, the wheels, all that stuff, and how it looks, and see yourself driving it, versus just settling and getting a car and driving it just because you touch it, taste it, feel it, and see it. Right? But that's the lack mentality. And when you live in lack, you'll settle for whatever it is that you feel that you can afford or get or whatever. But there's a power to the dream and the vision of your future. When you have a dream and a vision of your future, this universe inside of you lights up. You start living a little bit different. You start seeing a little bit different. You get a little more excited, get more enthusiasm, get momentum created, right? So all of a sudden, all this happiness, this joy, abundance, seeing things start to happen, you have more love than you had over here, which there wasn't probably much. It was more anger, jealousy, all that stuff. That's the world here today, right? But we're living right here with a vision of this to have all of this other stuff. And as I talk about this difference here, there's a garden in your mind. And what is the garden? That's your mind. How is your mind filled? Does it have a lot of weeds in it? What do you watch? What do you listen to? What do you read? That's how you can tell what your mind is, right? You got to protect this. Because the thoughts that you have in your mind, if they have anything to do with your past, that's where you'll go. Okay? The garden of your mind will either keep you in your past or it will propel you to your future. So do you water your mind? What seeds are you planting in your mind? Have you planted the seed of that car? Have you planted the seed of that house? And a deeper thing of this, I talk about material stuff. Usually money drives people. It used to drive me, but the more I drove for money, the less I had, because I lived in a lack mentality. So what I found out, rather than chasing the money, I had to chase the thoughts and create a different garden in my mind. I had to kill the weeds that weren't working for me. And I had to start watering my mind, filling it with good things, reading good things, meditating, taking care of my well-being, self-care, versus just robotic doing the things that are naturally done on a daily basis, right? Anyway, the garden of your mind. This is very key. What's in your garden? If you got weeds in your garden, you're watching things that don't serve you, and you know you shouldn't be watching them or putting that into your mind, you can flip a switch, okay? Where you are right here, right now, is where you are. Do you want different? Do you want a vision of your future? Do you want more than what you have here in your past? Then plant different seeds. Do things different. Find out what works for you. Whatever got you this, where you're at, you obviously not working, right? So what have you got to lose? Change. Day in, day out, change. You can change. If you want to. If you don't want to, I can't help people that don't want to, right? And only you can do it. I can't save you. I can show you and guide you and lead you to water, but if you drink, that's your choice. I hope you drink, because we're here to accelerate our best lives and create everything we ever desired in our life while we're here, because it's a short time. Tomorrow's not guaranteed, so might as well live to your fullest right now. I'd hope to be here many more years, right? But in the time that I have left, and I'm going to be here, as I am going to make a difference. I'm going to love, I'm going to care, I'm going to serve. I am not going to follow, I am going to lead. Okay? Are you a follower or are you a leader? I believe you're all leaders. It's your choice if you are, though. Okay? This world's a crazy world right now. That's the outside world. I'm talking to you about the world you create within yourself. And there, on this vision of the future, I talk about material stuff, but I'm going to talk the biggest thing about a vision of the future is true freedom. Okay? Freedom to choose. Freedom to have whatever you want. Freedom to do whatever you want. You create that. Okay? You create that freedom. And it's an inner freedom. Because if you're free inside, you'll be free outside. So within, so without. So within, I say it all the time, so without. To whatever your feelings, emotions are on the inside is exactly what you have on the outside. That's the power of this, right? And how do we get that change within ourselves? We work. And I'm not talking physical. Not physical. Okay? I'm talking hard work on yourself, on your garden of your mind. What are you doing? What are you doing to get a little more spiritual? So I'm going to tell you right now, you got to get your spiritual life in order. Okay? The universe is powerful. It loves you, it cares about you, and it's there to guide you and walk with you. Okay? How are your mental thoughts and your emotions? Okay? How's your physical? You writing this down? We're doing a check. How's your spiritual? How's your mental and emotional? How's your physical? Well, maybe my mental and emotional isn't the best, but I can learn how to flip that switch. Be a little more loving, a little more caring for myself, because it all starts with self, right? But I'll guarantee you right here, you get your spiritual order, mental and emotion, your physical, and have a vision of your future. Have faith, believe beyond a shadow of a doubt that you can have all of this on this side and get rid of this and live right here, right now. This will equal abundance. The abundance is out there for you. You have to believe that it's abundance versus lack. And that's the first belief you've got to create. Because I'll promise you right now, you have everything that you need. You have been taken care of up until now. But if you want more, you have got to do some different things. You've got to work. If you don't want to do the same old thing, you don't want to be a robot, get up on the same side of the bed in the morning, brush your teeth, have a cup of coffee, go to work, come home, watch TV, go to bed, do the same shit day in, day out, you're going to have everything here. And a lot of this anger, frustration, poor me, all that stuff is because you're unsatisfied. You deserve to be satisfied. Okay? And not satisfied to lay down, because unsatisfaction is really a propeller to take you into this. So stay unsatisfied, stay uncomfortable, right? This is all comfort, so we think. It's really not comfort, but we think it is. Okay? But really, truly, to get from here to here to here, and live right here all the time within yourself, your God self, your navigation system, because I promise you, there's a power inside of you that loves you so much. You just have not met that yet. Maybe you have. I hope you have. Keep meeting it. it keeps going deeper and deeper, deeper, deeper. The love gets deeper. And as the love gets deeper, you can love deeper on the outside. That's the cool thing about this. But garden of your mind, feed it, feed it, feed it, feed it. And how do you do that? You read. You meditate. You go to the gym. Let me ask you this question. How hard is this? On paper, if you read, meditate, and go to the gym, how hard is that? It's actually pretty simple on paper, right? It's actually easy on paper. This is simple stuff that I am talking about. But we make it harder than it is. And we don't have to. We've got to flip our thinking. It's simple. We got to do it day in, day out. Day in, day out. We got to read day in, day out. We got to meditate day in, day out. We got to take a walk with nature. Okay? Read, meditate, go to the gym, walk with nature. It's pretty easy on paper. Real simple tasks, which probably only takes you maybe up to 2 hours in a day, but it's all called self-care. You're taking care of yourself. That's important. 2 hours for you. Hour in the morning, hour at night. However you settle that out, put 2 hours. Figure this out. Make your schedule. Do it day in, day out. Day in, day out. Day in, day out. Quit telling yourself you're going to. Damn it, do it. Because I promise you, you will propel to there. Okay? Read, meditate, go to the gym, walk with nature. Work on your spiritual, mental, and emotional, physical. That will equal more abundance. If you want more abundance. If you don't, then settle where you are. Right? But get uncomfortable. You've got to get uncomfortable and see a vision of the future. This is all unknown stuff, remember? The unknown's scary. But lean into it. Break through the fear barrier, okay? As you hit fear, don't lay back down into comfort. Get back up and try a different way. We're problem solvers, okay? Until we get here. I promise you, as you break through the fear and get on this other side and living more in this, the lighter your heart is, the lighter your world is, the lighter your mind is, and the brighter the light you are to serve another human being. How about that? Accelerating your best life is being the very, very best person you can be so you can help other people be the very best version of themselves. That's what Accelerate Your Best Life is about. And I'm not here to tell you that I have arrived, because I haven't, but I am growing. I'm learning. I'm looking at this daily. I'm looking at my mental and emotional. I'm looking at my physical. I'm seeing this change. So I obviously am doing some things right. I know I got more work to do because I don't want to arrive. Once I hit one peak, there's going to be another one until I die. I refuse to retire. I want to make a difference. If you have a retire mentality, that's your choice. But what good's retirement if you don't have nothing? Think about it. There is no security in this world. You create your security. You can create a business. And that's what it's going to take. Because you have gifts and you have talents. Use your gifts and talents. Write them down. Find it out. You only know your gifts and your talents. Bring it to the world. Your gifts and talents will make a difference in this world. I know that. I believe that. Anyway, week 32. Had a little board meeting. That's about a scribble. Hopefully you wrote down some things. Just remember, as within, so without. Heal yourself. Heal your emotions. Heal your mental state. Heal your physical world and heal your spiritual world. And keep accelerating your best life. If you have any questions, please like and comment. Please share. We're trying to get this message out there. It's a simple message. That's why it's repetition a lot of the time, but repetition becomes knowledge. The more you listen to it, the more it becomes knowledge. The more you listen, the more it becomes knowledge. The more knowledge you have, the more you do different. Okay? Godspeed. Have a great day, and I will see you next week on another Accelerate Your Best Life. I'm Tom Worth.